In 74 days, that's just under 2.5 months, Josh went from zero, no stores, no sales, no experience, full-time accountant working in Scotland, he'd never sold anything online in his life, to $5,000 in profit in a single month. And it wasn't a straight line. There was some issues along the way and he still got there. There were weeks where barely anything moved. There were real setbacks that would have made most people probably quit. And he didn't quit. And this video, I'm gonna break down exactly what I did, the roadmap, the platforms, the money, the month-by-month numbers, the problems we hit and how we solved them. This is what's actually possible when someone commits to something properly and they go all in. So I'm gonna break that down in this video. Also a bit of context, my name is Dan. I'm the founder of EcomEdge. We specialize in Etsy and eBay dropshipping, Facebook Marketplace also too. I made multiple six figures annually online from selling products that I never ever have to hold inventory of, never have to run ads, all organically. And I run EcomEdge, which is a community we built with over 100 members, all making sales online through Etsy and eBay, where we hold meetups all around the world. And this is the case study of Josh, a student that started in February and is already doing 5K a month. Let me tell you about how Josh and I ended up working together, because it's not like the typical story. Josh is actually an accountant from Scotland. Decent job, very stable income, and he's good at what he does. But like a lot of people, he'd been watching what was happening in the e-com space and wondering if it was actually real or just another thing that people talk about on the internet. He tried dropshipping before, came across EcomEdge, had a look at what we were doing, hopped on a call with myself, we talked through whether it was the right fit for him. And the thing was that stood out about Josh from that first conversation is that he wasn't looking for a shortcut. He actually understood it was going to take work, and this was the big advantage he had. He just wanted a system that was proven and someone to actually guide him through it. So we got started. Mid-February, 0 stores, 0 sales. As a complete beginner, I told him exactly what I tell everyone. The first few weeks are about building the foundation and not chasing big numbers. Those 10K in your first month gurus are just absolute nonsense. Get the stores set up properly, learn the research process, get your first listings live, and don't expect fireworks in week 1. And what happened next is what this whole video is about. So we're gonna jump over to my role where I'm gonna break down what happened, how we done it, and what we actually did.
I'm gonna bring you through Josh's journey. So 0 to 5K per month in 74 days. What an amazing achievement. From going from absolutely no income online whatsoever, working a full-time job and literally having a spare hour in the evening. $9,300 in total profit, 74 days, Scottish accountant, full-time job, 0 e-com experience, and started in mid-February, right? So 74 days, $9,300 in profit from an absolute beginner in e-commerce without having to spend money on ads, without having to spend like 30 grand to make this. Let me break it down. You might see in Shopify someone doing 100K a month. That's brilliant, right? In revenue on their dashboard. You ask them what their profit margin is. Sometimes there's none. Like I've seen people do 100K a month revenue and actually lose 2,000 quid, especially during Q4 with the cost of ads and the cost of goods, right? Their profit margins are too little on their products, and which means when they're scaling at a high ad spend, they're actually like losing money as according as they're scaling. So therefore, I've seen people like make even less than this, doing 100K. We don't have to do that. Very few people in e-com can actually take 5,000 quid out of the business and put it into their bank in a month. So the story, how we started working together. Josh was a full-time accountant in Scotland, stable job, curious about e-com, but unsure if it was real. Found EcomEdge, we got on a call, wasn't looking for a shortcut. He actually wanted to go all in. He just wanted to make sure this was the right thing. And he wanted a proven system, which we had, and real guidance, which we have from myself, Lauren, and from Connor. Started mid-February, 0 sales, complete beginner. And the first few weeks, we were just building the foundation, not about making sales, not about making money whatsoever. So February, in the last 2 weeks, we done 200 quid. I think this was actually pounds. So we done 200 quid in February. This was the foundation, proof of concept. He's seen a few sales come in. That was it. We got set up, got up and running. March, $4,100 in profit. This is where everything started clicking for him. His listings were getting better. We were coaching him every single week. We were hopping on one-on-one calls, ironing out any issues he had. He got hit with a store ban, a small little store ban, but we fixed and recovered. April, 5K month. Best month so far. Added eBay to the mix. He was getting a few Facebook Marketplace dropshipping sales too. Most of this was made through Etsy. So automations in place in April then. So 9,300 profit in 74 days from 0. And here's some of the screenshots. So this was month 2. This was the first month he had, which you can see in revenue was about £350. Not bad like for your first couple of weeks. And all this is profitable as well. As again, like we don't spend money on ads. So this is pretty much profitable from the get-go. 3K profit. Then he had in March, over £3,000. So he done £3,100 in profit. And then he just done a 5K month in April. So this was his best month so far. Don't even know what he's done in May, but absolutely amazing. You can see there's a screenshot of him posting in the Wins channel. Now, this is what we done. So he came in, he went through the intro, and I'm huge on mindset. Right, I'm huge on mindset. Like I see so many people jump into ecom and fall off after a week or two because they just have a very, very poor mindset. I'm not saying poor as in a bad way. I'm saying like it's just weak mindset. You know, if it doesn't see something pumping within 5 days, they're gone, and you just won't survive in any business like that. So that's just not how any business works. There's no making 10K in your first week. It's a business. You have to build it. Like any physical business on the outside world, you don't just set up a coffee shop and start being profitable from day one. Like they invest about 30, 40K to get it up off the ground. Like that takes 8 months to even become profitable to 2 years. Who knows? So this is the same thing, right? You can be profitable in the first 2 weeks with this, which is amazing. You know what I mean? Like, so you have to be aware. So that's why I talk a lot about mindset in the first one as well, overcoming obstacles and not playing the victim card. Oh, nothing's working for me and all. I dive deep into that. Then we jump into Facebook Marketplace, which is like a bonus of working with us. So you just get to see how to dropship products on Facebook Marketplace, which is completely free. There's no ad spend. There's no costs, no nothing. We sell products in the DMs. Etsy dropshipping, we run through that. This is where our main focus is, and pumping stores in Etsy. eBay dropshipping, a huge one for me, which I also pass on the knowledge to people in the group. Massive, been around years, and all of our stores do 5 figures. Then we also go through AI, investing, setting up businesses and everything in here. And we also have like a little sub module on Shopify, which we don't usually push. We don't coach anyone on Shopify, but it's just there as information. So the 5-phase roadmap. Phase 1, store setup and foundation. This is the very start, what we do. We just get in, set up the store, set up the systems, the foundations. Phase 2 is product research, finding the right products off what's already working. Phase 3, listing and optimizing. Phase 4, scale what's working, double down on absolutely everything that's working. This is what we've done with Josh. And phase 5 is systemize and automate. This is literally what he's done, and now his whole system is automated. Same roadmap used with every single person in EcomEdge. And you can see here, 16 orders, £7,000 in 30 days in revenue on this store. Absolutely amazing stuff. This is from Josh as well. Look, this is the same journey everyone goes. One of the biggest things I've seen about Josh is he just comes in, no complaints, and just puts out the plan and executes. There's no excuses. There's no, I didn't get around to doing this. Oh, I couldn't do it today. You know, this was happening this week. He literally just executes. He's a busy man, busy job, and he still gets the work done. And that's what you need to do if you want to succeed. Simple as it. There's no big blueprint to someone who succeeds and someone who doesn't. It's all to do up here. It's all mindset. I cannot stress that enough. Platforms use Etsy. Start here months 1 and 2, low barrier to entry, high perceived value of products, and easier first traction. Once Etsy was working well, eBay added it in April, and yeah, just some consistent sales in both of them. So here's like some payouts that came from that we've seen Josh get in the group. So as you can see, £695, £42, £111, 318. Like there's a lot of cash coming into the bank here, right? So it's amazing to see this type of cash flow. And these are on stores that he made in week 1. You know what I mean? Like these are going to pay him for a long, long time. So skipping down here as well, this is what we're actually already doing now. So at the time of making this video, like this is pretty much already done. Order fulfillment has been automated and supplier order placed. The minute sales come in, the tracking gets automated. This is something that we do for absolutely every student. The VA handles daily listings. People come in here and they're like, oh, time is the issue. Well, if time is the issue, the VA is here. You know, like we give people the tools to hire a VA, train a VA, and get them on board. So now you don't have to list the products, you don't have to build the stores, and you don't have to fulfill the orders yourself. What do you have to even do? I don't know. So price tracking tools, we can basically introduce price tracking tools with the prices change, with all the stuff going on in the world, it can update automatically. And Josh's daily time is 30 to 45 minutes. He was doing an hour, now he's doing even less. He's making more money, he's doing even less. So that's crazy. He doesn't even have to do this every single day. The next target is $10,000 a month, which we can easily hit now because we've all these systems in place. Now it's literally just horizontally scaled. Doubling down on what's working and making more stores. So your first Etsy sale, 7 actionable steps. pick a proven niche, go on to Etsy. This is what you can do if you're watching this video now and you want to give this a crack on your own. However, the success rate of doing things on your own is never that high, mainly due to the reason is you don't have the accountability, you don't have someone to ask questions to when you fall off. You don't have any, like, if a big issue comes up, where are you supposed to get the information? ChatGPT will give you the worst, like, it will always give you an answer. Does not mean that answer is right, especially for what we're doing here on Etsy and all that. It's so tedious. If you do want to give it a go yourself, here it is. 7 actionable steps. Pick a proven niche. Go on to Etsy, look for stores, look for bestsellers, add 20 to 40 on a list. We list 40 products on a store usually. I list 5 products a day when I'm starting out. Set up your store properly. Professional name, clear bio, and the shipping and return policies that make sense to your product. Don't put in that you can ship in 2 days if you can't. Source your products, AliExpress, Alibaba, print on demand, whatever it is, and make sure you've got decent margins, right? 30 plus for Etsy dropship you want to be doing. Source your products. You can go to any sort of supplier and then find a private supplier. We have private suppliers that basically fulfill the orders for us, put in the tracking for us. We've got amazing systems in the group, but you're going to have to find those yourself through AliExpress or wherever. Create your first 10 listings, SEO optimized titles, all 13 tags used, clear product photos, and build momentum with this. So always improve on your SEO, your titles, your tags, see what's working with other like winning stores, price correctly, factor in Etsy fees, the shipping and your cost, and never try to like be the cheapest on the platform, because I'm telling you, you're just going to probably lose money. I've often put up the price on a product and it's sold more because people realize, oh, it's probably not that much of a bag of shit if it's costing 10 quid more than, you know, the competitor is selling it really cheap. Run Etsy ads at $1 to $2 a day. Test this for 10 to 14 days and cut what's not working. Very, very simple. Chase your first review. Reviews are huge, guys. Cannot emphasize this enough. You put a few good reviews on your store, watch the sales go up. It's a cheat code, right? We're based on SEO platforms. SEO boosts when you get good reviews. Very, very simple stuff. And also your star seller rating. Message the buyers after delivery. Make sure you're good customer service. You're fulfilling orders on time. You're messaging buyers back within 24 hours. This will boost your seller rating and also the reviews as well. And step number 8, very, very simple. Double down on what works. New listings, variations, new stores. Use the data and scale. Learn from everything you're doing. Learn what's not working. Learn what's working, right? Double down on that. What titles are working? What pictures are working? What backgrounds of the pictures are working? What types of niches are working? Double down. Make more stores. List them. Don't list 4 products and sit back and go, not sure if Etsy dropshipping works or not. It's a complete wrong way. If you want to lose, do that. But if you want to win, list 40 products on a store, watch the data, list another store of 40 products, list another store of 40 products. Now you've got 3 stores that you can actually see what's going to work. Once you see what's working, more stores with those products, those niches. And this is what your lock screen can look like, right? Ordered products, ordered products, ordered products, just like Shopify. And that's basically it. There is no like crazy hidden sauce. Like, of course we have our systems in EcomEdge, like that we have this refined systems for everything. But very simple stuff. Literally double down on what works and scale. Scale horizontally, scale vertically, everything. And this is what you can achieve. Hopefully you can take some value out of that. But this was Josh's journey. Next thing with him is 10k a month, getting him out to Thailand, flying him out. I told him if he hits 10k a month, I'll fly him out myself.
If Josh's story made you think this is actually what I want to do, there's a link below where you can fill out a form to book a call with us and we can have a chat to see if this is actually for you. We'll go through where you are, what you're looking to build, and whether EcomEdge is actually the right fit. So also subscribe if this video was useful, and I'll see you in the next one.